My book is about success. What I wanted to bring to the readership is what makes people successful. I picked 5 people. What was their inspiration? What were their obstacles? How did they overcome them? And how did they get to the top? And they tell you in the book. One thing surprised me, and I'll tell you what that is. When I go to India, and even here, I see parents sitting over the heads of their children, making them study for their exams, and they all want their kids to study the JEE exam, getting into IIT, and working really hard, and they're very involved in every stage of their kids' academic life. What surprised me was that almost every single one of these people said that their parents had very little to do with their decision. Satya Nadella, his father had high expectations of him. His father himself was a very high achieving person, worked in the Prime Minister's office, was, a topper, etc. His mother just told him to be happy. That really surprised me, that they were not pushed by anyone. Chandrika Tandon, she took a risk. She left McKinsey and set up on her own in the 80s when startups weren't a thing. And when she's at the peak of her career and she's made all this money, she gives it up to do what? To do music. And you think, my God, it's a completely different field. And her first record is nominated for a Grammy. This year she won the Grammy. So, you have to be a risk taker. You have to believe in yourself, but you have to be a risk taker. Well, one of the reasons, one of my sections was focused on public policy, I call it the influencers, is because I do think that Indians have become very influential. And 99 Indians ran for public office in the 2020 election. The Republicans had 2 major candidates run for president, Vivek Ramaswamy and Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley got 30% of the vote for president. That's not insignificant. On the Democratic side, you have 6, and you now have 6 representatives in Congress. Kamala Harris had an Indian American mother. So you have Indians now in all spheres.